Our client this semester was Papapetrou, and Peter's very interesting in that his work life has kind of split into two. So on the one hand, he's a creative director and a stylist within the fashion world, and he works with designers and works with editorial. And then the other side is he works with real people, and you see him on Marilyn Dennis, you've seen him on Renovate My Wardrobe, and in movie theaters as well, and all these different style tips. And he works with real people and enabling them to realize and to visualize kind of what they really want to project to the world. And he finds that incredibly rewarding, and he really wants to pursue that side. And so that's what we enabled him to do. We created an identity and a web platform to allow him to launch this new venture and give the opportunity to have much more closer contact with all of these real world clients that he wants to.
So Phoenix approached me and mentioned about this program, and she says to me, I know you've been looking to do a website, you've been so busy, why don't we pull the plug on it and get this ball rolling? And I thought, what a great idea to do it, to force my hand to make this happen. And I always love working with students, and I think they always have so much creativity and so many different diversity of style and taste that they can bring to the table and make it new. So I thought, why not?
Discussions and guided research replace lectures, and one-on-one design consultations occur weekly with every student.
So after meeting with the students and I've given them some direction, they've come back now and they've shown me some of their ideas and some of their creatives of what they're thinking. And some of them are really amazing, and some of them I don't know what to expect. It kind of threw me for a loop, but I'm open to like a new direction or a new perspective, because sometimes I don't see things the same way somebody else does. But I'm really excited to see the end result of what they come up with, because right now it's just a piece of paper, right? And it's just an idea. So now it's about seeing it come to life, and I want to see where they're heading with it.
The project always includes the design of an identity, and beyond that, the deliverables are determined by the needs of the client, which is what happens in the professional situation.
Well, in our initial meeting, he gave us a lot of information to take in. What I took away from it personally was that he wanted to create basically a brand that's like open and accessible to everyone and inclusive of all people of all sizes, because that's what he wants to embrace.
One concept I had was very abstract. I made it very illustrative. I kind of just sketched a bunch of things in my notebook and took that to create something that I thought fit Peter's brand in a very abstract way. And my second concept, I would say, was a bit more practical, a bit more common, and both of those concepts allowed me to explore the identity from two different sides.
We have had students designing food packaging, websites, user interfaces, promotional clothing, stationery, brochures, comp cards, presentations, broadcast packages, and signage.
I had two different kind of approaches to the project based on our meeting with him last week. The first idea I kind of focused more on it being a very comfortable environment for people to kind of come and ask him questions and get some feedback and get some style advice from him. So I focused on a more sort of subdued monochromatic color scheme with a few pops of color. The second, I kind of tried to go a bit more out of the box, so I focused more on it being a very sort of fun, exciting place for people to come and kind of hang out as like a community. So the color scheme there was a bit bolder. I had some kind of patterns and prints kind of going along with that.
I focused on how he likes to move people forward. So I included arrow elements to show that he moves people forward and brings the best out of them. It was an amazing experience getting hands-on work with an actual client, and I'm just really excited to see how it all comes together and how he makes his decision.
By the time students are presenting their final work, I have been with them for 3 months, and I've seen the evolution of all of their ideas. And it's quite remarkable to see how many different people get the exact same information and come up with so many different wonderful ideas. There's a lot of ingenuity and creativity that's shown every single semester from all the students. And it is, I still get get surprised sometimes. Even though I've been with them every step of the way and I've seen everything, in the last few weeks they can still go off and have an inspiration and come back and change something, and I'm amazed at the final output.
Out of all the pitches that I saw, I thought Danielle's was the one that was the clearest vision. I thought the website looked like it functioned really well. The categories were great, the colors were bold. I thought she had a great sense of how the website should navigate.
I was really excited to be chosen by Peter, has my design chosen to be actually created into a website. So it was really exciting because I worked really hard on like the logo and the whole identity behind it. And I really wanted it to be a space that is very fun, vibrant, bright, because that's Papa, Can You Hear Me? And that's kind of like the idea behind his whole identity and how he wants to portray himself as a stylist and as an expert in his field.
She actually showed something that is very important in graphic design, especially with identity design. She listened to her client, but she also listened to what they needed rather than to simply what they said that they thought that they wanted. So Peter was very clear in the aesthetic that he was looking for, and her research kind of showed her something that was a little different, and so she showed him both. She said, this is what you were looking for, but I think that this is what you actually want to do and where you want to be. And she was correct. So her aesthetic is much more colorful than he expected. It's much more vibrant, and that was a reflection on the brand that he was trying to build rather than what he thought he was trying to build.
You know, as a mentor, sometimes when I've worked with students in the past, and especially this situation right now, the best part is seeing the students understand what I can bring to the table and for them to grow. But I also get to learn from them. There's certain things that make me think outside of the box, or sometimes they challenge me in certain ways, and I think that's important. I think when creatives meet together and they're open to have a discussion and to understand each other, both of us will grow automatically. That's just natural, especially in the creative world, and I think that's the best. It's, you know, the best takeaway that you can have is being inspiring people and them inspiring you.